Hello everyone, Charles Walhingford back again with another cigar video, and this is alternatives to Opus X. And if you're not familiar with the Opus X line, uh, well, thank you for coming my way at such an early stage. That's a line you should know about, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit about it today. But it's a highly sought after cigar. A lot of times it's a highly expensive cigar because it's so sought after and has a lot of times has a great resale value. Along with that, what makes it really special is it's one of the first times, or maybe still the only time, where a Dominican tobacco cigar was a puro. It's not often where they make a puro 100% from wrapper to binder to filler, all Dominican tobacco. And that's what makes it special. Again, it's limited and it's expensive. Talk to different people, they have different opinions on them. Some people say they are the best thing since sliced bread. They love them. They can't get enough of them. They wish they could get more, but that would take away from how great they are. And then you talk to some people who say that they are highly, highly overrated. However you feel, this video is still for you. And I'm going to bring to you some absolutely worthy cigars of alternatives to Opus X. And we're going to start off with a cigar that's in the company, a cigar that's within the company of Opus X. That's an Arturo Fuente cigar, the Anjeo line. The Anjeo line is still a fine cigar. The price is much cheaper than your average Opus X. It is around $15. Some can cost you less, some can cost you more, depending on the size and where you live. But $15 is the regular or the average point where you're going to find the Arturo Fuente and Anjeo line. And these are great cigars, and they're great cigars right now. A lot of people who like Opus X say that you need to age them. These don't really need aging, and I imagine that they would taste really good with some age. All right, going up a little bit more, going up in price a little bit more, we have the Ashton ESG. Now the Ashton ESG, that's actually what I'm smoking right now. The Ashton ESG, though it's an Ashton, is still an Arturo Fuente cigar with the manufacturing and where the tobacco is sourced from. So you have an absolute fine cigar. This is a cigar I was brought to my attention from the Cigar Vixen. She explained that this is the same kind of tobacco that was used to make Opus X. I believe I got that from her. If not, I got that from another reputable source, but I'm pretty sure I'm very correct on that. This is a cigar that is aged, like the Opus X will be. It's limited because the price is more than most Ashtons I've ever seen, at around $20, upwards of $20. And it is again a fine smoke, a very fine smoke. Like I said, I'm smoking this today alongside of some Remy Martin XO. I felt that was fitting for this. It's not an actual pairing, but it's working pretty good. But you have a fine cigar. All the things you're looking for in a cigar, and all the cigars I'm talking about today: smooth, flavorful, complex. Again, they're aged tobaccos, so you're going to have all those things that you're looking for. All right, next up is the God of Fire line. God of Fire line, they have some great cigars. To me, these easily couldn't rival the Opus X, yet they're still part of the Arturo Fuente line. There's still Arturo Fuente cigars. So all the cigars I mentioned thus far are all Arturo Fuente cigars. So you're not getting outside the realm of Arturo Fuente with these alternatives to Opus X. These are limited. So got that. Hard to find. Aged tobacco. Absolutely. And they're a little bit cheaper. A little bit cheaper. They can range anywhere from, let's say, $20, but most of the time around 35 or so. That's what you can expect. I found some for 35, found some for 40. It varies, and of course it depends on where you live and the vitola and the series that you have. The different series they have are the Series B, the Carlito, the 10th anniversary, and the Carlos. Those are the ones you can expect, and every single one I've had have been fantastic, great cigars, and trust me, they stack up well to the Opus X, and honestly, I think they're better. That's just my opinion. I think they're better. But again, it's an Arturo Fuente cigar. I like Arturo Fuente. You can't go wrong with any of these cigars I'm mentioning. But now we have the last cigar that I'm going to mention to you as the alternative to an Opus X. Now, this cigar is limited. This cigar is aged, 18 years of age. If I can get this out the bag here. There we go. This is the 1502. 1502 XO. 1502 XO. 1502 XO is hard to find. Again, it's aged, even to the point where they're aged for 18 years before they get to you. And to me, they're better than all the cigars I just mentioned. Now, these are not Arturo Fuente cigars. Not part of the family. All the rest of them I talked to, all part of the family of Arturo Fuente. But to me, they're better. How much better? It's up to you to decide. Well, for my opinion, not a lot better, because all these cigars are great cigars. If this was a perfect 10, and I kind of believe it is, the God of Fire is a 9.8, and the Opus X, where I think is not as good as the God of Fire, that's just my personal opinion, would be a 9.5, and little small increments all the way down to the Anjeo line, which is a strong, out of a 10-point system, be a 8.9 or 9. They're all great, all fantastic cigars. But to me, that 1502 XO, not just regular 1502, they have different lines and different blends. The XO is the best for me. Guys, I hope you like this video. I hope this helped you out for your future purchases, because none of these are cheap cigars. All these cigars have a pretty good price. Oh, did I mention how much the 1502? 1502 costs less than the Opus X. It costs less than the God of Fire, and sometimes it costs less than the Ashton, and a better cigar. Just had to add that in there. Anyway, I'm Charles Walhingford. The 1502 XO, the Arturo Fuente Anjeo, the God of Fire, the Ashton ESG, and the Opus X, how I would spend my money.